What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first Pride 95 Q&A video. I hope all your questions are answered throughout this, and if they're not, just leave a comment below, DM me, message me somehow, and I hope I get back to you. So I hope you enjoy the video.
Now is the time. Don't try to hide, 'cause I'm gonna harm you like an animal.
Alright guys, so what I want to start this off with is I'm going to lay out all the questions right here. Be pretty fast-paced with the answers. I'm just gonna go answer as much as possible here in about 10 minutes or so. So hope y'all enjoy. So how old am I? I'm 19 years old. I was born on July 7th, 1998. And yeah, when did I have Tommy John surgery and how did it feel when it happened? So I had Tommy John surgery on March 24, 2017. I'm currently about 11 months post-operation. And what did it feel like when I had the UCL tear? I felt basically just right when I was pitching in the game, and right whenever I straightened out my arm, I just felt like something just didn't feel like right. And then I threw the next pitch, and I was like, basically I knew 100% sure on the next pitch, right when I straightened out my arm, I just felt like there was no stability in my arm. I just felt like it was like a noodle kind of. It was a feeling I never want to feel again. I didn't have this insane feeling of like I thought my arm was gonna fall off. It was just a kind of an intense pain for a couple seconds, and then from there it just sore. What are your best lifting numbers? So my lifting numbers, I'm just gonna go off of like all time because Tommy John's obviously set me back a lot. So bench press, my all-time best, I would have to say is 295. Deadlift is 535. Squat 495. Overhead press 185. Other than that, I don't have any numbers that I could really just put out there. I don't have a max push-up, a max pull-up, anything like that, but hopefully those four numbers kind of show. What is the hardest pitch you've ever thrown? The hardest pitch I've ever thrown is 93 miles per hour. What is your plan for right now? So my plan right now is to obviously rehab my arm, work on my YouTube, work on social media content, try to help as many people as possible through Pride 95. But the end goal is to play baseball professionally, so obviously I will be looking either for a college or just to train hard enough to get myself into a position where I can play professionally. So basically just I just gotta wait and see how my UCL holds up and where I can do, or what I can do this summer and going forward. What all do you have in your home gym? So right now I am in my home gym, and it's in the garage. So I basically have the question that would be easier to answer is what I don't have. The only thing I really don't have that a gym usually would have is cables. So I use bands instead of cables, but dumbbells, squat rack, safety squat bar, regular barbell, pretty much every resistance of bands, glute ham raise, pull up, pretty much everything that you could ask for in a home gym. What are my plans with YouTube? So my plans with YouTube are to obviously help it grow as much as possible, create as good as content as I can actually make. I feel like that I can create good content. I just at times get to be a little lazy. But right now I'm trying to get really hard on it. I'm trying to create content. I'm trying to bring people in that can help me. So I have Avery Lafoon helping me create some pictures. He's doing a great job. I'm trying to just teach him the ways to help me, because what I always say is if there was two of me, I would be able to destroy YouTube, because you have me obviously in front of the camera, then me behind the camera, and I could absolutely kill it for myself, but there's not two of me, so I can't do it for myself, so I have to help other people kind of get my image in their head, and that's kind of hard sometimes. But my overall plan with YouTube is to just help it grow, help others, and create really just high quality content, because in the end, that's what I really like doing. I like creating content, I like making videos, I like making something out of nothing. How tall are you and how much do you weigh? So I'm 6'1", 6'2", somewhere in there. With shoes on, probably 6'2", but 6'1" is the for sure number. And my weight right now is 220, but I'm cutting down to 190 with my friend Bo. We're cutting together. Real friends cut together, so we're trying to get down for that summer body. So yeah, that's my height and weight. How did you get into nutrition and fitness, and how did you learn so much about it? So with fitness and nutrition, I kind of self-taught. I was always looking on YouTube at my favorite fitness guys. I would name all of them, but there's a ton. Too many for this video, I'd go over the mark. But I always was on YouTube, always looking at new studies, new training ideas, always looking for the next new thing. So I kind of always wanted to learn something new. I always thought that there's something better out there. There's always something new to learn. And with nutrition, I kind of was always an obese kid growing up. I was always really chubby, and I think one day I just woke up and I was like, man, I kind of just I want to feel good. I want to look good. I want to be better. So one day I just finally woke up and I just decided, you know, I'm gonna eat well. I'm gonna learn this and that. So I learned how to eat from a person in Los Angeles on Hollywood Boulevard. I talked to somebody in I don't know what place it was, but it was some type of nutrition place, and they taught me kind of like what to do and what not to do. So yeah, my fitness nutrition kind of was all self-taught. It was just something that I got the basics of, and then I just took that and I just learned, and I kept learning. So YouTube was kind of there for me, Instagram, Twitter. I just kind of took all the people that are pretty big in the fitness industry, and I just listened to what they were saying, and from there, that's kind of what happened. What is the end goal of your life? What would you like to achieve with it? So the end goal, that's kind of a tough question. I mean, obviously I do want to work at YouTube. I want to work with baseball, but I think honestly the end goal in life for me would be, I just want to help others learn more about their body. That's the main goal, honestly. I want to help others learn more how their body works, how it moves, and like just more knowledge of what they're putting into it. That's the main goal. Do you use weighted balls, and do you think they're the reason that you tore your UCL? I do use weighted balls, and I do not believe that they are the reason that I tore my UCL, and I will explain why in a very informative video very soon. Have you ever been to the Driveline or either one of the ranches, and what have you learned from being there if you have been? So I've been at Driveline, and I've been at the Florida ranch and the Texas ranch. What I've learned from being at both of them is that they're very similar. They just have different ways of advertising their content, and they have different ways of kind of teaching it. I feel like Driveline and the ranches are kind of segregated in a way, and I don't know why. I think Driveline tends to be this villain, and I don't think they should be. I actually do believe in Driveline as well as the ranches. I feel like everybody is very similar. There's just a little bit of different discrepancies between the two. So I believe in both of them fully, and I use protocols from both of them. Do you ever get nervous talking to the camera? Yes, it's very hard to talk to a camera. Making this video, I've actually probably been here for a ridiculous amount of time compared to how long the video actually is. So talking to a camera is very hard. It's even harder in public. Like if you've ever seen any of my videos and I'm in public, just know that took a lot out of me to actually bring a camera in the public and talk to it in front of people. It's very hard, especially to get the right shot and to make sure, it's just hard. So if you ever think about starting a YouTube channel, just know that talking to the camera is hard, and you're in for a hard time getting used to it. I'm still not used to it. Where did you learn how to edit and use the camera so well? Thank you for saying that I edit and use the camera well, but I learned to edit just by watching others. I tend to look at how people edit videos, and kind of, if I like how it's edited, I kind of remember that in my head, and whenever I'm recording, I kind of just think about that. And I think about how I can synchronize this to music. I'm thinking about how I can go in and out. So really I've had no tutor, no teacher kind of. I just kind of learned from watching other YouTube videos, because I watch YouTube a lot. So how I learned to edit and use the camera is just by doing it. Making YouTube videos, you just learn how to use it, and you constantly edit. So you get good at it, you get fast, and you can learn how to change things. Would I ever compete in powerlifting? I don't know, maybe one day. I love the 3 compound movements, and that would be something that'd be really cool one day if I can always be healthy. It's kind of hard. I've been unhealthy my entire life in terms of injuries and stuff like that. So if I can stay healthy, maybe one day be a baseball player, powerlifter. That'd be a cool combo. Do you train to be a bodybuilder? I think the way that I train is very physique based and also strength based. So I would consider myself a power builder in terms of workouts. I like to focus obviously on the compound movements. So I love bench, I love overhead press, deadlift, squat. In the workout, I kind of like to work on my lagging body parts, something that I feel like is not as aesthetically pleasing. So to answer your question, I feel like I do train in a way for bodybuilding, but I also train away for powerlifting. I also train a way that just overall makes me a healthier person. So I would say I'm a power builder, not a bodybuilder. I like to focus on the core movements and also be aesthetically pleasing as well. How did your calves get so big? $5. There's my. So these are my calves. And I've always had big calves, and I always will. I believe. I've never trained calves, and I never will. So that's it. I don't know how I got big calves, but I was born with them. Believe that. What diet do you follow? So I don't follow a strict diet in terms of foods. I just like to obviously eat high quality food. I like protein, I like vegetables, I like fruit, but I also like to, have grains, pasta, stuff like that. I like to have ice cream every once in a while. I'm a very flexible dieter. That's what I call myself. I like to count calories, but I also like to make sure I'm getting all my vitamins, getting protein, stuff like that, healthy fats. And yeah, so I don't follow a diet. I more or so just try to be the healthiest person possible while also, having those cheats every now and then. And to end this Q&A out, Bo asked, why are you so ugly, and how can I avoid being as ugly as you? Well, I believe in self-confidence, and I believe that I'm not ugly. I mean, I'm ugly sometimes in the morning, but to answer your question, Bo, I'm not ugly, so I can't answer why am I so ugly. And how can you avoid being as ugly as me? I mean, this is just a double negative right here. You basically canceled out the question by lying to me about being ugly, so I can't answer your question. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope I answered some questions, and I'll see y'all next time.
Now is the time.